Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with a Q&A. So I posted a picture, this picture here on Instagram, if you can see. Sorry, it's a little dark because I don't want to blind you guys. If you guys can ask me some questions and I'll make a video. So if you see that video, if you see that picture pop up on my Instagram, please feel free to ask me anything except for really personal questions. So the first question here is, shopping with a passion. Is your Chanel Jumbo still your holy grail? Would you repurchase her? And any regrets about the double flap? Yes, my Chanel Jumbo is my holy grail. Always have and always will be. I just love the classic flap design, period. And I've loved it ever since I was a child anyway, so... And it has a lot of, like, Chanel in general has a lot of meaning to me anyways. It has a connection with my mom and stuff like that. Would you repurchase her? I totally would, but not new from the store, because it is now $8,000 Canadian with tax. Actually, I think it's a little over $8,000 with tax, depending which province you're from in Canada. I would only repurchase her pre-loved if it's in a very good to brand new condition, and it would have to be like a different color or the same black but in gold hardware in like a small or medium. I wouldn't buy a maxi because that's just way too big and a little too briefcasey for me. And any regrets about the double flap? I don't have any regrets about the double flap. I love that feature. That feature, from what I have read, and forgive me if I'm wrong, Chanel didn't want anyone looking into her handbag, so that's why she made that double flap, so that, you know, when she's paying or, you know, whatever, the person on the opposite side of her won't peer into her bag, because your handbag is a very personal accessory. It holds all of your items, all your personal items, like your wallet, ID, and you know, whatever you put in your handbag that you don't want anyone else to know. It's your kind of like little personal, it's your personal little space when you're outside of your home. So that's why I love the double flap. And yeah, I don't ever press the double flap to close when I'm storing or even when I'm using it, because I feel that when you keep pressing it, it'll distort the body of the bag. So I just leave it as is, and yeah. So second question, Alanette's page. Did you sell the LV Emprunt twice? If so, why did it not work for you? I have not sold the Louis Vuitton Emprunt twice. I love it. I use it for my for travel days, but I also use it for bike rides, for baseball games, for concerts, even for work, for shopping. Like, it's my go-to everyday all-around bag. Snape HPP, love your SBs. Would you buy another pair? I would not buy another pair of Espadrilles, as much as I love the design and that they look amazing on, but I just wouldn't, because the comfort that they give is not the best. I get blisters on the arches of my feet because where the toe cap and the heel part of the outer sole meet is where, the inside of the foot is where I get the blisters. So yeah, and it's not a good feeling. It's like, espadrilles are not made for people with flat feet, because I've actually lifted my arches a little bit, and I've tried to put like arch support padding underneath. It doesn't work, but I can see that people with arches, or with normal arches, or even with high arches, will actually like this shoe a little bit better, find it a little bit more comfortable. I was having a lot of heel pain, and there's actually a lot of rubbing on my second toe, because there's not a lot of room in the toe cap. So, like, in general, I just wouldn't buy it for the comfort. I would, however, still continue to purchase more Chanel ballet flats, because they are so comfortable, so beautiful, and they go with everything, and I wish my closet was just full of Chanel ballet flats. Malumichi. What do you think about the Valentino Rockstud tote, the slouchy one? Greetings from Austria. Greetings from Canada. So I don't know so much about the Valentino bags, but I have seen them displayed and actually being worn by people on the street, and that bag slouches a little bit way too much for me. I like my bags to have some structure. I mean, the slouchiest bag I'd probably go for is my Longchamp Bleu Pliage, and even then it's not that bad, because I just don't want my handbag to suddenly, like when I set it down on the table or something, I don't want it to just automatically sink to the floor and kind of like flap out. That's not really my style. Also, I don't really like the slouchy bag. I like a more structured bag. It's, for me, also versatility. It's a little bit more easier to get into a structured bag than a slouchy bag. But Valentino, I love their Rockstud line. It's classic, but it also has that really nice edginess to it. And I have the Rockstud caged flats, and I absolutely love them. But for the, yeah, I just wouldn't, just for the slouchiness, I wouldn't purchase. But if it did not slouch, like if there was a little bit more support, like if there was a plastic, like, I don't know, like a plastic panel that the leather kind of connects to on the sides of the bag that would help it not slouch, I would actually consider getting that handbag, maybe putting it on my wish list. But because it sags a lot and it is very like flimsy and wobbly, I personally wouldn't buy it. But if you are a person that likes the slouchy look, that doesn't mind it's slouching, and you like the soft leather, then I say absolutely go for it. But those are just my 2 cents. So Sherry loves Louis. Which LV store in Toronto do you prefer? I prefer the one at Holt's on Bloor Street, and absolutely have a total dislike for the one in Saks at Eaton Centre. I just wondered what other LV loving Torontonians were feeling about service. Thanks. So for those who have not been following me for the past 2 years, I've been flip-flopping back and forth on Louis Vuitton service, and I've been to all 4 Louis Vuitton stores in Toronto, and I must say the 2 Louis Vuitton stores on Bloor Street are actually the best. They are the one boutique locations that actually have sales associates that actually really do work for the company. Like, they actually hustle a little bit more. And even the ones that, like at Holtzbloor, for example, even the ones that I sort of had a fight with in the beginning or the end of our relationship, they still gave me excellent service when I did buy a bag, and and they would always catch me up on the new collection and stuff like that. However, that was a double-edged sword, because I kind of, and this is just a personal thing, I kind of got annoyed how I was sort of feeling pressure to buy something because they would email me the new collection. So, but luckily, because Saks Fifth Avenue opened, like I think last February or something, all of those Louis Vuitton sales associates from Holtzbloor actually moved to the handbag department in Saks Fifth Avenue. Not necessarily just Louis Vuitton, but Saks Fifth Avenue's handbag department. And I know a couple, and they actually ignore me when I go inside Saks Fifth Avenue for some stupid reason. Like, they'll like wave when it's obviously when we like lock eye contact, but they will never have a conversation with me. So yeah, Saks has a lot more snobby behavior than Holt Renfrew and Nordstrom and all other luxury stores, in my opinion. And I've been to almost I've been to a lot of luxury stores in Toronto, and yeah, it's Saks Fifth Avenue is the only department where they have salespeople thinking that they are better than actually like rich people in Toronto. So, and I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm saying like they think they are better than like the richest people in Toronto. So it's stupid. But anyways, as I digress, so I'll just give a short little review about each location. Yorkdale Mall, they have the highest like number of customers going into their store, and it's crazy because there's 4 Louis Vuittons in all of Toronto, but like 60% of Torontons just go to the Yorkdale location, and there's always a lineup outside of that location, outside like in the hall, and I have no patience to wait in line for a Louis Vuitton handbag. And because it's it's always packed, they don't have a very they don't have a very good amount of stock in their store. So that's why I go to the downtown locations. And I've had good and bad experiences there, but I just wouldn't, like, if I would only go to the Yorkdale Louis Vuitton if I was really desperate. Like, say they were the only location that had the Pochette Métis, I would literally just race up there just to get it. But luckily, like, I don't really buy anything from that location. I think I've only bought 2 things from the Yorkdale location. That was my Alma BB and my Rose Ballerine 6 key holder. So, and those were like, both those times were actually pretty decent. It was just when I didn't buy anything, that was when the service was bad. Louis Vuitton's flagship store on Bloor Street, which is the standalone store, that one is good too. But I would say better than Yorkdale. And for some weird reason, no one goes to that location in Toronto. I don't know why. It's always dead in there. The most people I've seen in there is like 2 people. So it's like ghost town in that store. But I like going there as well because, you get the sales associates' attention. And they are the first location in all of Toronto to get all of the new new season and the new collections and all that. So I go there for that reason. If I just want to check it out, if I'm just window shopping, I'll just like check them out, see what they have, because they have basically almost everything. Usually flagship stores do. That's basically the rule that I always follow. If I really want something and I know that the other smaller stores don't have it, I'll just go to the flagship store. I've only purchased, I believe, I've only purchased like 1 item at that location, mostly because I never really kept a relationship with the sales associate over there. And it just always happened to be that I was always at the Holt Renfrew Bloor location anyways, because it's by the subway station, it's easy to get to, whereas the flagship store is like a good 6-minute walk away from the subway station. And I don't drive in the city because it's absolutely nuts, so I just like take the public transit everywhere. And the Holt Bloor one is the one where I got mostly all of my collections from. I got my Speedy 25 there. I got my favorite PM there, which I no longer have, but I got it there. I got my Neverfull there. What else? A couple of SLGs. And yeah, that's basically it. But those sales associates, they, like, because I have those bags, they always kept in touch with me. And told me about new collections and all that. So, but then once like Saks Fifth Avenue came, they all went over there, and then I got left with some other sales associates, and she was okay, but then I got into a fight with her because she was telling me basically lies. She told me that my bracelet from repair would be coming back to me in 4 weeks, and I gave her an extra week, and And then she goes, oh no, it's actually 6 to 8 weeks. So she was like kind of BSing me around a little bit and giving me attitude. And I asked her if I could speak to a manager, but she would never take me to a manager. So, and I'm glad she doesn't work there anymore. So, but then after she left and after I gave Louis Vuitton a break for a whole time, for a long while. And then I went back just, you know, to be curious. And the service was actually really good. They leave me alone and they don't like pester me, and they actually like once in a while they'll ask me if I need any help, if for depending how long I'm in the store for. And yeah, it's always a great time, good conversation. Like it's good. It's never, and they're always willing to send a bag or get a bag from the flagship to come over to their location, so I don't have to physically go to the flagship and go there. So that's really good. The Saks Fifth Avenue store, yeah, it's wish-washy. I get good. It's either good, like just good, not excellent, not amazing, it's just good, or it's bad, or I just get ignored. But the reason why I go to that one is because it's the most it's the most convenient location for me, for where we live and from where I work. It's a direct, it's along the way home, so it's easy for me to you know, get to go to Louis Vuitton at that location. So I think that's why I still go to the Saks Fifth Avenue, just because it's so convenient. Yeah, I've only purchased one thing, and I've only picked up one thing from them. I've purchased the Louis Vuitton cosmetic pouch in the in the sticker collection. Sorry, I can't come up with the name right now. But and then I ordered online my Pochette Métis, and then I picked it up at that location. And recently I just picked up my Pochette Métis from that location, and it was actually good service. It wasn't the best, but it was good. So that's the only reason why I just go to the Saks Eaton's one. But I try not to go to that location because I don't want them to know me too much, so I try not to go to that store very often. But yeah, sorry it was a long question to answer, but I really want to express how I felt about the Toronto Louis Vuittons, because Toronto is never really, like, Toronto customer service in the luxury community is never really talked about. So I thought I would just give you guys some of my 2 cents and experiences and stuff like that. And if you guys have any more questions, or if you like this video, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do another one. I'll probably do this like monthly, just because I'm sorry, I don't upload as frequently as I should, but I'm sorry about that. But you know, life gets in the way. But anyways, please follow me on Instagram. Catherine is a cat. Usually what I say on there, I will make a video on my YouTube channel here. So if you have a question, burning question, or you want to talk, or you know, whatever, about handbags, about Toronto, about whatever, let me you know, just message me there on Instagram. Catherine is a cat. And also please like this video, and also subscribe to my channel so that I know that you guys are watching me. Sorry for the stuttering. So that I know you guys are watching me, and so that I can continue to make more videos for you. I do have a couple videos coming up, so I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a great and fantastic day. Have a great one, you guys. Bye-bye.